Hello and welcome to Pilates weights. Okay, so today we are going to start from a seated position. We're going to start by rolling the shoulders back. Nice big circles all the way around. So breathe in and out. And breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Very good. We're going to stretch our arms up towards the ceiling. As high as you can go, and bring our arms down. One hand on the floor. We're going to lean over, stretch all the way down the one side, all the way from your fingertips down to your hips. And put that hand down the floor, and we're going to change sides, stretching out all the way from your fingertips down to your hips. And bring that arm forward. Very good. Right, today we're going to start off with exercising all fours, okay? So I've got my dumbbells here today. You can use either dumbbells or tin cans, that's absolutely fine. So we're starting in the all fours position. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with taking our one leg back. So we're going to straighten one leg back and bring one arm in by our sides, okay? So when we lift the leg up, we're going to bring the arm back, and then we're going to bring the arm down and bring the foot down, okay? So we're lifting up and bring it down like so. So we're working the triceps and the back of the leg. So first of all, let's make sure your hips are nice in line and your spine is lengthened all the way out. And tighten those core muscles. Arm and by your side. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to breathe out. We're going to take the arm back and lift the leg. And then breathe into popping that back. Now breathe out, lift up and squeeze the back of the arm. And breathe in to bring it down. And breathe out, lift up and squeeze. Breathe in to come down. Breathe out, lift up and squeeze. And breathe in. You'll really be feeling the back of the arm and the back of that leg. Breathe out and squeeze. And breathe in. Breathe out and squeeze. Breathe in. We have two more to go. Lift up and squeeze. And breathe in. One more. Breathe out, lift up and squeeze. And breathe in. Put the weight down. Knees are wide. We're going to stretch ourselves out in child's pose. Okay. We're going to come up. I'm going to do the other side now. So weight is in the other hand. Make sure it's in by your side. Straighten your other leg out. So make sure it's your opposite leg. Otherwise you'll be falling over. Arm is up. And we're going to breathe out and lift up and squeeze. And breathe in to come down. Lift up and squeeze. And breathe in to come down. Breathe out, lift up and squeeze. And breathe in. Breathe out, lift up and squeeze. Really feel the back of that arm working. Lift up and squeeze that arm. And breathe in. 3 more. Lift up and squeeze. And breathe in. Lift up and squeeze. Breathe in. 1 more to go. And lift up and squeeze back of arm. Work in the back of that leg. And breathe in to come down. And again, back into child's pose to stretch out. Very good. From here, we're going to lie down on the floor. Stretching our arms out in front of us. And then we're going to bring our arms in by our sides. And breathe out as we lift up. And stretch out that back. And breathe in to come down. And breathe out, lift up. So we're opening up that chest. Working that lower spine. And breathe in to come down. Breathe out, lift up. And breathe in to come down. and breathe out. Lift up and breathe in. Let's do 2 more. Breathe out, lift up and breathe in. Last one. Breathe out, lift up and breathe in. And notice I haven't gone very high for this one. Technically, you could come all the way up to here, but we're still at the beginning of the workout, so we need to make sure we're careful of your lower back, okay? So now we're going to come into tricep press-ups and a row, and then we're going to do child's pose, okay? So for this exercise, you're going to bring yourself forward like so. So your hands are by your sides. You can hold onto your weights, or you can put your hands to the side like this, making sure your fingers are facing outwards. Elbows are tucked in, head goes forward. We're going to hold it there as we breathe in, and then we're going to breathe out. And we're going to row one arm, row the other arm, and then stretch out in child's pose. Okay, so it's a 3-pronged exercise. Okay, so hands closest to your knees, so you make sure your head can go forward. Take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Elbows going by your sides. Bring yourself down. Hold it there as you breathe in. Now use the back of the arms to push yourself up now. We're going to row one arm, squeeze the back, and then we're going to row the other arm and bring our hands forward and stretch out. Breathe in to bring yourself back up again. Hands on the weights if you can. Bring your elbows in by your sides. Bring it down, hold there as you breathe in. Breathe out to push up. Row one arm and squeeze or row the other and stretch out in child's pose. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to go down. Elbows go back. Hold it there as you breathe in. Breathe out to push up. Row one arm and row the other and stretch out in child's pose. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out. Down we go. Hold it there as you breathe in. Breathe out to push up. Row one arm and then row the other. Really squeeze that scapula over the spine and stretch out in child's pose. Breathe in to come up. Hands on the weights. Breathe out to go down. Elbows going by your sides. Hold there as you breathe in. Breathe out to push up the back of the arms. And squeeze and row one arm. And squeeze and row the other. And stretch out in child's pose. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to go down. Hold as you breathe in. Breathe out to push up. We're going to squeeze and row one side. And we're going to squeeze back and row the other. And then stretch out. Breathe in to come up. We've got 2 more to go. Breathe out to go down. Hold as you breathe in. Breathe out to push up. And squeeze and row one arm. And squeeze and row the other. And then stretch out. One last one to go. Hands down. Down we go. Hold it there as you breathe in. Breathe out to push up. We're going to squeeze and row one side. And then squeeze and row the other. And then stretch ourselves out in child's pose. I'm going to bring the weights to the side. I'm going to lie back down onto the floor. And as I always do in my Pilates workouts, I bend the legs and I circle my ankles round because it's really important to have good ankle strength. So circle those ankles round one way. It's good to have that mobility. and then bring around the other way. And then we're going to point our toes so they're outwards. And then I'm going to point the toes so they're inwards. And point the toes outwards. And point them inwards. And then up towards the ceiling. And down towards the floor. And again, up towards the ceiling. And down towards the floor. And bring those legs down. Okay, next exercise. We're going to go onto our side. We've got some clams to do. Let me just check on my sheet. Yes. So we're going to do a side lying clam. So we're going to have the weight on our side like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to open the hip up ever so slightly. So you can see a slight space in the leg. Then we're going to straighten the leg and lift it and bring it down and bring it in, okay? So there's various different variations of this. One could just be the clam. I sometimes do leg lifts. I sometimes just do the clam and just leg straight. But today we're going to do all three, okay? So making sure your legs are bent. You're resting your head on your arm. Your weight's on top of that hip. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, lift that waist up, and now lift the knee up ever so slightly. We're not going to look how wide we can go. This is Pilates. We only want to lift it ever so slightly so those hips stay stacked on top of each other. Now we're going to straighten the leg out and lift it up and bring it all the way down to the floor and slide the leg in. Let's do that again. Open the hip up. Straighten the leg out. Lift the leg up. Bring it all the way down to the floor and slide it back in. And open up. And straighten. And lift the leg up. And bring the leg down. And slide it back in. And open. And straighten the leg out. And lift it all the way up. And bring it all the way down. And slide it back in. And open. And straighten. And lift. And bring it all the way down. And slide it back in. And open. And straighten. And lift the leg up. And bring it all the way down. And slide it back in. 2 more to go. Open the leg up. Straighten the leg out. Lift it all the way up. And bring it all the way down. And slide it back in. 1 more to go. Open up the knee. Straighten the leg out. Lift it all the way up. And bring it down. And slide it back in. Very good. Right, let's pop those weights down. We're going to go onto our backs now. I'm going to bring this round here. Okay, next exercise is shoulder bridge. Okay, I'm going to do shoulder bridge. I'm going to do a chest opener. So we've done these already, our chest openers, where we open up the arms. There's a slight bend, but our weights do not touch the floor, otherwise it's straight. So we breathe in and then we breathe out to close it. But this time we're going to do it with an extra version of shoulder bridge. So shoulder bridge is when you tilt your pelvis and lift yourself all the way up. So you are predominantly on just your shoulders and your feet, so your bum is up off the floor, okay? So when we get up there, we're going to breathe in and we're going to breathe out, and then we're going to inch the spine all the way back down to the floor. Okay, so weights up in the air, knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, tilt your pelvis, and now inch that spine up off the floor, 1 vertebrae at a time, lifting yourself all the way up. Now you're going to squeeze the back of those legs, so engage those hamstrings, And then your inner thighs, so squeeze those. Imagine you've got a ball between those thighs, lifting up and holding it there. Now you're going to breathe in, open up those arms. Feel the lovely stretch in the chest. Breathe out to close the arms back up again. And from here, we're going to tilt your pelvis and then inch your spine nice and slowly back down to the floor. Okay, let's go again. Breathe in and breathe out. Tilt the pelvis, inch the spine nicely, slowly, all the way up. Squeeze those thighs, engage in the back of those legs. And now breathe in, open up the arms. Feel that lovely stretch. Breathe out to close the arms back. And now tilt the pelvis and inch yourself all the way back down to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out and tilt and lift that spine, peeling at one vertebrae at a time, all the way up. Squeeze those thighs, engage in the back of those legs. Now open up the arms. Feel the stretch all the way down from your chest down to those wrists. Breathe out to close back up. Tilt that pelvis and inch yourself all the way back down to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Tilt the pelvis, peel the spine nice and slowly up off your mat. Now squeeze the back of those legs, engage those thighs and breathe in as you open up the chest. So you're not just feeling it through the upper body, you should be feeling it through the lower parts of the body as well. Breathe out to close those arms up. Still feeling the back of those legs. Those hamstrings should still be engaging, those thighs as well. Now tilt the pelvis and inch yourself all the way back down. Breathe in and breathe out and tilt the pelvis and inch yourself all the way up. One vertebrae at a time. Squeeze the back of those legs. Engage that core. Holding it there. Opening up the arms. Taking a nice deep breath in. And then breathing out to close up. Nice and slowly. Still engaging the back of the legs. Still engaging those thighs. Now tilt the pelvis and inch yourself all the way back down to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Tilt that pelvis and slowly inch your way all the way up. Squeeze the back of those legs, engage those thighs, holding it there. Take a nice deep breath in, open up those arms, feel that stretch, and breathe out to close the door. Nice and slowly, still engaging the back of those legs, holding it there. And now tilt the pelvis and inch yourself all the way back down to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out and tilt and inch yourself all the way up. Now squeeze those thighs, engage the back of those legs, holding it there, keeping them nice and tight and through the core. Now breathe in, open up those arms. Feel the stretch through the chest, holding those legs up as high as you can. And then breathe out to close the arms and tilt the pelvis and inch yourself all the way down. You have one more to go. Breathe in and breathe out and tilt and lift yourself up. Nice and slowly, working through that spine. Squeeze those thighs, engage the back of those legs, holding it there. Breathe in, open up the arms. Feel the stretch. And breathe out, close the arms up, nice and slowly. And tilt that pelvis and inch yourself all the way back down to the floor. Well done, very good. Stretch out those legs, weights down. Oh, from here, you're going to point those toes towards the chest and then point them away from you. And point them up towards the chest. You feel the stretch on the back of the legs. And point them away. And from here, stretch those arms, taking a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Bring your arms down both sides. Okay, from here, we're going to do we call it a roll up. And we're going to use our weights for this. So, a roll up, usually without weights, you'll have your arms in front of you, you tilt your pelvis, and you're going to inch your spine all the way to the floor. Breathe in as you bring your arms behind your head. And then when you bring yourself up, you breathe out and inch the spine nice and slowly all the way up. Well, that was interesting. There's my feet up on the floor already. But we're going to do this with weights, which makes it a lot easier, which I really should have demoed with. So, arms can be in front. So when we come up, you're going to twist your arms the one way and twist them the other way, as if you are driving a car, okay? We drive left, we drive right, okay? So, legs are out in front of you, arms are out, slight bend of those knees. Going to take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to tuck your chin down, and you're going to tilt the pelvis, and then inch your spine nice and slow to the floor. So work through that vertebrae. Bring the arms behind your head as you take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to bring the arms forward, tuck that chin in, inch the spine. Work your well all the way up to seated. And you're going to twist the arms one way and then twist the other way. Breathe in and breathe out. Tilt the pelvis. Inch yourself down nice and slowly. Work through that spine. Take a nice deep breath in as you stretch your arms behind the head. And then breathe out. Bring the arms forward. Tuck that chin in. Tilt that pelvis and inch the spine all the way up to seated. We're going to drive left. We're going to drive right. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, tilt the pelvis again. Inch the spine nice and slowly down to the floor. Breathe in, arms behind the head. Breathe out to bring the arms forward. Tuck that chin in, tilt that pelvis. Inch yourself all the way up to seated. We drive left. We drive right. Tilt that pelvis. Inch yourself nice and slowly all the way down. Breathe in, arms behind the head. Breathe out, bring the arms forward. Tuck the chin in, tilt that pelvis, inch yourself all the way up. We drive left, we drive right. Breathe in and breathe out. And tilt and inch yourself all the way down. Breathe in, arms behind the head. Breathe out, bring the arms forward. Tuck that chin in, tilt that pelvis. Inch yourself all the way up. We drive right, we drive left. Breathe in and breathe out and tilt. And inch yourself all the way down. Breathe in, arms behind the head. Breathe out to bring the arms forward, tucking that chin in, tilting that pelvis, inching yourself up. We drive right, we drive left. Breathe in and breathe out. Inch yourself down. Breathe in, arms behind the head. Breathe out to bring forward, tucking that chin in, tilting that pelvis, inching yourself up. We drive right, we drive left. Breathe in, last one, and breathe out. Inch yourself all the way down. Breathe in, arms behind the head. Breathe out, bring the arms forward, tucking that chin in, tilting that pelvis, inch yourself all the way up. We drive right, we drive left, and bring the arms down. Right, we have another hip to work out. So you're going to bring yourself around to the other side. So whichever side you did first of all, you're going to the other side now. You're resting your head on your arm. Your knees are bent Your weights are on your hip, making sure they're stacked on top of each other. Lift that waist up, take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift that knee up. We're going to straighten the leg. We're going to lift it up and bring it down and slide it back in. We breathe out and we straighten. We lift the leg up. We bring it down. We slide it in. We breathe out to lift. We breathe in to straighten. We breathe out to lift. And breathe in. And breathe out. We lift the leg. We straighten the leg. We lift the leg up. And bring it all the way down. And slide it back in. We lift the leg up. We straighten it out. We lift up. And we bring down. And we slide it back in. Lift the leg up. And straighten. And lift all the way up. Bring all the way down. And slide it back in. Lift that knee. And straighten. Lift the leg all the way up. Bring it all the way down. And bring it in. One more to go. Lift that knee up. Straighten that leg out. Lift the leg all the way up. Bring it all the way down. And bring it in. Very good. Let's pop the weights down to the floor. Okay, our next exercise is possibly my most favourite of them all. We're going to do this with weights. We're kneeling for this exercise. So what we're going to do is our arms are going to be up in front of us, like so. And then we're going to breathe in as we lean back. And we're going to open up the chest. And then we're going to breathe out to close and bring it back up again, okay? So for this one, you need to make sure your hips are forward. We don't want to bring that bum back. So when you're coming back, don't bend the legs that way, or bend the bum back that way rather. We're pushing the hips forward. So when we're leaning back, we're in a Z position, okay? So zipped up core, pushing those hips forward, bring the arms in front. We're going to breathe in as we lean back, opening up the chest. Breathe out to close back up. And then bring yourself all the way up. Let's go again. Breathe in, lean back, pushing those hips forward. Open up those arms and close. And bring yourself all the way up. And again, breathe in, lean back. Open up and close. And bring yourself all the way up. Breathe in and open and close and bring yourself up. Breathe in, lean back and open and close and come up. And breathe in, lean back, push those hips forward, open up the chest and close. And bring yourself up. Last two, breathe in, lean back, open up the chest and close. And bring it up. One more, you should be really feeling through the front of those legs now. Breathe in, lean back, push those hips forward, open up the chest and close. And bring it up and bring those arms down. Well done, very good. And from here now, we're going to bring our knees nice and wide. I'm going to stretch ourselves out into child's pose, popping the head on the floor, inching those fingers forward. And from here, you're going to bring both your hands to your left hand side, making sure your right thumb is facing upwards. So we stretch all the way down to our sides. And now bring both our hands to our right hand side and stretching out. Thumb facing upwards, stretching all the way to your left side. And back into the middle. And then bring yourself round into a seated position. If you can, bring your feet in so they're together. And we're just going to stretch out those hips. Try and push those knees down. Mine can't go down very low, obviously. We're going to straighten one leg out, keeping one foot in, and then we're going to push that knee down. And then straighten this leg, bring the other leg in and push that one down, stretching out those hips. And then we're going to bring both our legs forward, take a nice deep breath in, and we'll see if we can touch those toes, stretching out the back of those legs. And then stretch your arms all the way up to the ceiling, take a nice deep breath in, and breathe out, bring those arms down by your sides, roll the shoulders back, 1, and 2, and 3, and well done. You have now finished Pilates with weights.